Yes, exactly, Mrs. Arkansas. I couldn't agree more. Great minds think. Exactly. Well, obviously, the more committees of ladies' organisations I could meet, the better.
Exactly.
Well, precisely, dear, whichever you think is the best.
I've had my cereal.
Yes, certainly, Mrs. Arkansas. Yes, I can be there at 2:30 this afternoon.
We don't close till 3.
Would you excuse me a second, please? I think my husband has a contribution to make. Jack, please.
Sat here like a piffy on a rock cake. I want my breakfast.
Well, have you cereal?
I've had it 20 minutes ago. I told you 2 minutes since.
Well, Jack, please exercise a little patience. Hello, dear? No, it was only that my husband was suggesting that I met you at 2 instead of 2:30. Whichever suits you best. Yes, exactly. Yes, indeed.
Look here, you haven't even brewed up.
Oh, I'll be happy to be guided by your
said there's
good
not so much
self,
as a wet
Mrs.
tea leaf in it.
Arkansas. Jack, sit down. Do show a little consideration for others. Well, really, my dear, I don't... Jack, what do you want?
Note. Note. Exactly.
Hello, Mrs. Arkansas, dear. No, it was just Jack. He was offering to make me a cup of tea. Oh, yes, he's a tower of strength in that respect.
All right, I'm coming. I've only got one pair of legs. Running about enough for 2 as it is. And on an empty stomach. Yak, yak, yak. I only hope Mrs. Doodah pays the phone bill. I bet she's had her breakfast.
Morning. Do you want to buy any brushes?
We don't open till past.
Hello.
Well, what do you want? I can't stand here playing Ring a Roses.
We fell out.
Hey, I'm sorry, love. It's been a bad start this morning. Are you coming in or what?
Well, Lucy said to call for at 9. We're going to drive in the shopkeepers mad in town.
Oh, well, she's still in bed. Saturday morning lying.
I'll have her up. Have you got such a thing as a wet sponge?
Go through to the kitchen. If you're lucky, happen you'll get a cup of tea.
Are you not coming in?
Me? I'm not showing my face in there. I'll only end up mopping floor.
Who will?
Well, I know that she won't. Besides, she's got a telephone stuck in her ear hole.
You what?
Aye. We're short-handed, love. Mrs. Ogden's escaped into the country.
Oh, aye.
I'd go caravanning myself if I could find one in the middle of the Sahara.
In the desert?
Aye. They don't have elections there.
Ma'am. Ma'am.
Good morning, campers. Everybody out for PT, jumping on the spot. Now begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Oh, come on, ma'am, get up.
What? What's happened?
Here, have this cup of lukewarm tea. I couldn't get that gas to work proper.
What time is it?
It's 9 o'clock.
Good morning.
Well, it's daylight, isn't it? They don't have street lamps in fields, you know.
And haven't they come home?
Ooh, correction. For lukewarm reads stone cold. Cold as our Willie, and he's dead, poor devil, he's dead.
Emma,
Ma'am?
have they come home?
Well, have they?
It's 9 o'clock in the morning.
I told you.
Well, they haven't come
Oh,
home.
shut up, ma'am. Talk to me when you've come to. You go round and round.
All night. Out all night. Not stuck out here on his own. We could have been ate by wolves or anything.
Anything.
Anything. Ooh. Ooh, what time did you drop off?
Oh, must have been about 3:30.
Ooh. What time did we stop playing I Spy then?
Oh, about that time.
Ooh. Did you hear that cock crowing? I thought somebody was chopping its head off.
I heard you snoring and swearing.
Swearing?
Swearing. I put my head under the clothes after that.
Ah, well, they'd make Jessie Matthews swear, them two. They've got 2 K-lads to come home, that's what they've done.
Unless they've run off with a couple of lady-head jocks.
Ooh. Isn't it nice in a caravan? Me shoes full of dog ends and the ashtray's empty. What's that word they call it when you murder your husband?
Justice.
Don't light up. Huh? You'll go go up like a forest fire.
Hey, it's good gear, this straw, isn't it? Better than any central heating. Pongs a bit, though, doesn't it?
Where are we? It's not much easier in daylight, is it? Hey, was that the road, do you think?
No, that one. It was over there.
Huh?
Oh, wait a minute. No, hang on. No, it was that one over there. What was it? Hey, here's a friendly native. He'll put us right.
No, that wasn't it. That's the one we came up last night.
Uphill?
Yes, you kept falling down, remember?
Oh, why? It's off a good hill, that wasn't it?
So-
You know you're trespassing, do you? Huh? It makes no odds whether you do or you don't. You're still liable.
Pardon?
What were you doing in that barn?
That barn. Yeah, I like barns, don't I? I'm very partial to barns in general.
We're lost. We're looking for Mr. Barlow's caravan and we got lost. It's in Buttercup's meadow or somewhere.
Butterworth, not Buttercup.
Oh, yes, that's right.
I know it's right. I'm him.
Who?
Butterworth.
How do you do?
You must be Mr. Barlow, then.
Yeah, no. Not that one, no.
You, then.
No, we're just mates of his, you know.
When you get back, you tell Mr. Barlow I shall be in touch. That barn is strictly private property, and so's that field, and this. This isn't for fancy.
No. But how do we get back?
Across yonder, over that 5-bar gate, about a quarter of a mile on the left-hand side, there's a stile.
Bull Meadow.
That's correct. You go through there, and your field is the second on the right.
Oh, it's all right. We know it now.
You tell Mr. Barlow I shall be in touch. Me or my solicitors.
Yeah, thanks very much.
Right.
Ta-da. Nice to
Good morning.
see you. Ta-da. Come on, lad.
And shut Ruddy Gate behind you!
I'm here again.
I thought you were in town.
I am. Only Lucille's still bug-eyed. Annie Walker's swallowed the phone and Jack Walker's slamming the doors. So I'm not. After I am.
Right, which half do you want?
Oh, can I have the horoscopes?
No, you don't. I say I'm laughing today, kid. A good day for travel. That means from here to the corner shop and 3 times round the backyard. You will have the pleasure of romantic company this evening.
Oh, aye. Who's that then?
Batman, if he's on. Hey,
What?
I thought they got their World Cup willies over and done with.
They have.
No, they haven't. They're still at it.
No, that's the ordinary football. They've started again.
Oh, no. How long for crying out loud?
I don't know. Next summer, I suppose.
Is it going to be on telly every 5 minutes when I switch it on? Because if it is, that set's going back with my poker stuffed right through it.
Hello?
A voice with pants on.
Your romantic partner.
Come in, wherever you are.
Morning.
Oh, no good. Spoke for. You can go home again.
No, we'll do till something better comes along. Lock the door and close the curtains, kid.
My wife knows I'm here, though, and she's a weightlifter from the Russian Olympic team.
Right, back to Batman again. Right, what have I borrowed that I haven't returned?
Hey?
I thought you wanted something.
I thought you did.
Hey?
Len said 9:45.
Len?
Yeah. He said, could I meet him at Elsie's at 9:45?
I know. Oh, well, sit down, make yourself at home. Which half of the paper would you like, the horoscope to the football?
That sounds like his fairy foot.
And our special guest villain is...
You're a Brahman, aren't you, matey?
Why? What have I done?
Not what you've done, what you're gonna do, matey.
Is it?
Holding on to that.
morning.
Morning, love. Morning, kids.
It is my house, you know.
Yeah, I know, and it's my committee rooms and all, innit? Come on, darling. Get hold of that. There's a good girl. There you are. Now then, could you park yourself over there, do you think?
No!
Good girl, I knew you would. Now, can I hear that kettle boiling?
No! What?
Good girl. Now then, Ken, come on, have a shove to your dear.
What's all this, then?
Sit down here. Now, this is the manifesto.
How do you do?
Local government.
Do you think that I'm as daft as I look?
Yeah?
Dafter.
Now, look, who's going in first? I think you should, you know. You're younger, you're more agile, you know.
No. You first.
Huh?
Out of respect.
Well, we'll toss for it, huh?
Hey, listen, not a word about trigger-happy Buttercup, okay?
Not a dicky bird. Hey, have you got a coin?
Oh, I might have known.
Well, I'll pay for the last round. Right, here we go, then.
Heads I go, tails you.
No, straight toss, you call, right? Heads
All
or
right.
tails, here we go, then.
Heads.
It's a tails! Smash
Come
it.
here.
Huh? Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
Now, what are we going to tell him?
The truth.
Huh?
T-R-U-T-H. It's a well-known word.
I wish you'd give over, mate. You're talking to an expert here. Look, when you're in lobby, you don't tell them the truth. Now, we've been looking for a pub We didn't find one and we haven't had a drink, right? Well. Hello, love. Hello, Chuck.
Shall I? Yes, please.
You don't mind, do you? I mean, I know what I can say what I stand for, but I couldn't write an election address to save me life.
Yeah, well, look, you just let me have all the salient points then, and I'll see what I
Well, you
can
see, I want you to make it sound, you know...
Better?
No, just more easily understandable, easier to read, you know. I mean, you can put words together, for instance.
Or spell, for instance.
Ah, there's a good girl you're learning, aren't you?
That's all right. It's going on the bill.
Yeah.
Right, well, let's see what order they had him in last time, then. Homes, education, roads.
Ken,
Hmm?
seeing him sitting there like that, do you think we'll ever make a councillor of him? You know, seeing him sitting there with porridge dribbling all down his shirt.
I think he stands a fair chance.
There you are. I told you he was a Brahma, didn't I, eh?
Yeah, better than Mrs. Walker, anyway. You look a little more like the last fella that was in.
Have you tapped up in a Sharples yet?
Well, no, what for?
Oh, she carries a block vote round these parts, like a little PUC. Get her on your side and she'll brainwash half the old dears down Maudsley Street.
And Victoria Street and Viaduct Street.
Yeah, that's a log of little crosses against your name.
Oh, yeah, well, I'll talk to her, you know, a bit of flannel.
No, not just bit of flannel, then. She carries these things locked up in her insurance policies forever. She'd just as soon as sue you for breach of promise.
She's got to be wooed. Give her a little party political broadcast all on your own.
Yeah, stick a bottle of milk stout in her hand and she'll hear you better.
No, Mrs. Sharples. This one is on the house.
You just give me change and I'll be quite satisfied.
No, Mrs. Sharples, I insist. Goodness me, I can treat a regular and highly valued customer once in a while, surely.
What for?
Well, for being a regular and highly valued customer, I suppose.
Good job you're not standing for Prime Minister, isn't it? Cost you 6 months' wages in milk stout alone and he's on a fair screw, is Harold Wilson.
Mrs. Sharples, you don't think for one moment that I would stoop to such underhand methods.
I don't think, I know.
Mrs. Sharples, nothing was further from my thoughts than you voting for me.
Good, because it's miles away from mine.
It's a bit like Wimbledon, that, isn't it? To-in and fro-in. Lad, you don't know the half.
Jack, I'm just going on the hotline to Mrs. Arkenstall. I shan't be long.
I never doubted it.
You're getting a bit grumpy about it all, aren't you?
Grumpy, I'm fed up to here. Another 3 weeks of a soft soaping and phoning and whistle-stop tours from the gas stove, and I'll be 6 feet under.
Well, it's all right, as long as your health doesn't suffer. You know your health's the main thing.
She's got one of her spasms. Once over it was amateur dramatics, and then the WVS, and then the vitulers, and now it's this. It's cost me a lot of hot dinners over the years.
Well, you'll just have to grin and bear it. There's nothing you can do about it. Not with women. Your hands are tied, you see.
There is, you know.
Is what?
Something I can do. And what's more, I shall be doing it this afternoon.
Are you enjoying it, Chuck?
No.
Good. Are you?
Well, I usually like a hot dinner myself.
What's dinner without spuds? It's not done.
You can't cook spuds without gas. And you can't have gas if your husband's go sloping off for a fortnight without getting a refill for the tank.
It didn't need a refill when we went out. How many gallons of tea did you swill down during the night?
One for every gallon of beer that you did.
I like cold beans myself.
So do I. They go with a cold cocoa and raw fish fingers.
You can have half of this fish finger if you like. It's nearly warm.
Half a fish finger won't stop me getting a divorce, you know.
I remember during war. I was on Junkers for taking a book at Colour Sergeant Pilling. I'll be out nappy there, polishing dustbin lids, starving hungry. And I said to myself, Boppo, when you come out in Civvy Street, you're going to eat till it comes out of your ears.
Go on.
What?
If you'd known then what you know now,
What?
you'd have stayed single.
I never opened my mouth.
You can have your freedom, you know. Just say the word. And you can keep your maintenance. I wouldn't lower myself.
Oh, go on, take his maintenance, you duck egg. All you can get your hands on.
And don't call your mother a duck egg.
Well, she must be. She married you, didn't she?
Elder.
You're right, love. I must be.
Hey, I wonder if we went to Farmer Buttercup, would he refill the
No.
tank?
No.
Oh, I only asked.
Isn't it quiet?
In what fire?
In country, you know. Peaceful like. Apart from the frogs. And the midges. And all the funny smells. And wolves in the night.
Wolves? Wolverhampton Wanderers.
Didn't we marry some rubbish, eh?
No, what it is, you see, productivity isn't rising in relation to wages. That's where we're making a pig's ear at, Joe.
Oh, I thought it was because we weren't exporting them.
Oh, there is that. I mean, that's where what they do in the balance of payments goes round the twist. Do you want to listen to Alistair Burnett?
Yeah, I know, but what I want to know is how can we?
How can we what?
Well, I mean, I can't export notes. I don't make notes. Jack can't. You can't. Kenneth and David can't. A bloody Stan can.
Well?
Well, who can then?
What?
Look, they keep shouting at us, get exporting. Well, I'd love to if I could, now to give me greater pleasure.
Well, we're still spending too much and producing beggar all, though, aren't we? I mean, take me. I've no need to be sat here supping ale. I could be producing more draft excluders, for instance, now, couldn't I?
Well, if you did, folks would get spending more money on them.
Aye.
Well, that's just what they're shouting at us not to.
Can I have another half over here and a rum, please, Mr. Walker?
In a minute. I'm not perpetual motion, you know.
Oh, no, I was only just inquiring.
Oh, right.
You see, you've got to read between the lines. There's wheels within wheels.
And you can bide your rush. You'll all get served in good time.
We've only just walked in.
Well, you can hang on a minute then.
Well, nobody's arguing.
No, well, they're picking on the right one if they do.
You got it now,
Hey, what's going on?
I know, it's all right. You've got to read between the lines. There's wheels within wheels.
Mrs. Bankhurst.
Hey, Len, she's in there.
Who is?
Your block vote.
Go on, nobble her.
I forgot to.
Oh, Len, she's not a baby. You don't have to kiss her. Go on, Len. Subtle.
Yeah.
Now then, what do you want? And don't all speak at once.
Afternoon, Mrs. Sharples.
Afternoon, lad.
All right, are you?
Are you meaning me and myself? Or do you want a bulletin on the state of my varicose veins, my rheumatism and my wind? And that's Minnie Caldwell's chair.
Oh, yes, yeah. Yeah, milk stout, isn't it?
You are?
Milk stout for you, yeah. Jack, a milk stout
In
for
a
Mrs.
minute,
Sharp.
you'll get served in your turn.
Oh, you're too late, lad. Danny Walker's already tried that. I'm expecting Joe Grimman and Teddy before closing time.
You won?
Look, I'll vote for who I want to, lad.
Well, of course you will, love. That's your privilege, isn't it?
Go on, then I'll accept your
God,
offer.
lass.
That'll be 2 milk stouts, old Jack.
2?
Yeah. One from you, one from Annie Walker on the house. I might just as well get stocked up. There'll be another election for a couple of years or so.
Oh, you're just in time. Gin and it for Elsie, 2 pints of mild, a rum and half a bitter.
Would you mind, love, doing it for me? Thank you very much. All go, isn't it? Kenneth, dear, could you spare me a second?
Yeah, certainly.
Thank you. In the lounge?
Yes, right.
Aye, aye. You won't get very far in that direction.
She won't get very far in another direction either.
Only me, Mr. Walker.
Excuse me.
What's going on?
Hey, and if you say you've got to read between the lines once more, I shall thump you.
No, it's not that.
Well, what is it?
There's wheels within wheels.
Tell me, Kenneth, how's Valerie today?
Oh, she's much better, thanks, Mrs. Walker.
Is she good? Do sit down.
Thank you. Of course, she's kicking herself about missing this weekend in the caravan, you know.
Yes, of course. It's only natural, isn't it? Kenneth, dear, I wondered if you could give me a little help.
Oh, if I can.
Don't be so.
All right, love, don't worry. I've only come in for a couple of clean towels.
What I had in mind, dear, was in the nature of a brain drain.
What?
Well, now, I wondered if you would be so good as to cast your eye over my campaign speech when I've written it. Purely from a literary point of view, that is. I have invested in a book of quotations.
I see, yeah.
So the phrasing will be all right. But if you could advise me...
Certainly. Be a pleasure.
Well, thank you very much, Kenneth. You can join your friends now.
Right, good. Well, just remember, Mr. Walker, whenever you want me, just call on me.
Yes, I will, dear. Tell me, love, how's Valerie today?
Oh, she's much better. I think you've asked me that already, Mrs. Walker.
Have I?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Hello, is that the Nag's Head? Can I speak to Mr. Arthur Walker? Aye. Tell him it's his brother Jack.
Hey, we need plasters.
Oh, what have you done now?
I've got my finger on pump. I don't think it's been used since Julius Caesar was here.
Let's have a look. Oh, you live.
Well, I've got a name here, though, won't I?
Suck it. It'll keep your trap shut for 5 minutes.
Where are the extra plasters?
There, 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 and there. And if you want to know who I've been fighting with, you try cooking and washing up in a matchbox.
I'm going to get me head down for an hour.
You can't be weak from loss of blood already.
Oh, I couldn't sleep last night. I can't sleep without your elbow digging in me. Where's young'uns?
Gone for a walk. Hey, did you shut the gate after you?
What gate, love?
Into next field.
Aye.
Is my frock drying?
What frock, love?
Oh, the one on the flaming line.
I never noticed it.
Well, it ought to be. The air's more natural out here.
Hey, I can't manage without me paper.
What paper?
Me morning paper, I never get through day.
Well, now listen, and stop arguing, Arthur. Do as you're told. Get on the phone to Mr. Cunliffe at the brewery and tell him. Right? Good. Ta-ra.
Jack, I have only got one pair of hands.
Oh, right, love.
What are you doing with the phone?
Oh, nothing, just dusting it.
Dusting it?
Aye.
I thought you came in for towels.
Oh, so I did.
Stan? Stan, it's wolves! Listen! Oh. Go and have a look.
What about my finger?
Never mind, that doesn't stop you working. Gran!
We're surrounded with man-eating bulls.
Cows, actually. Grass-eating
They
cows.
made a right messy frock. They've been playing football with it.
Ah, Stan, me good right.
Well, I didn't muck it.
You said you'd shut the gate.
Well, they can jump, you know. Cows.
Aye, over the moon.
Where are you going?
Back to civilization. And it's the last time you taught me into going potholing.
Potholing?
Camping, then.
Caravanning.
Back home where I belong. Come on, Adam.
What?
Get packing.
How are we all going?
Ah, wait.
It's nice, you know, to get back to nature now and then, isn't
Oh,
it?
it is that.
Mind you, it's nice to get home again, isn't it?
Yes.
I've enjoyed myself, though, you know.
Oh, yes, me too.
We'll have to do it again sometime, eh?
Often.
Well, there we are, all done with a minimum of fuss and a total absence of bother. Bar closed, everything tidy.
Oh, fair enough.
So what the black looks and the barrack room language were for, heaven only knows.
Aye.
Licensed premises virtually run themselves, Jack.
Aye.
What's the matter?
Oh, no, nothing. Why?
Why do you keep looking over there?
Oh.
Were you expecting it to rain?
Hey, now, there's a joke. I'm not psychic.
Rover's return and Walker speaking. Oh, hello, Mr. Cunliffe. Yes, of course. Hang on. It's Mr. Cunliffe from the brewery, for you.
For me?
So it says.
Hello, Mr. Cunliffe. Oh, can't grumble, you know. And you? Ah, good. What, me? Oh, well, if that's what you want. But can't you get anybody else? Oh, well, if you say so. All right. Ta-ra.
What is it?
Arthur's going on his holiday tomorrow.
Well,
Mr. Cunliffe says I've got to relieve him.
the next head.
For the next fortnight.
Well, why, you sure there are plenty of relief managers without you.
Oh, busy time, lovey. He was very definite about it. Oh, I couldn't get out of it, love.
For a whole fortnight?
Aye.
Well, how am I going to cope?
Well, pubs run themselves, you said so.
But, Jack, it's my entire election campaign. You won't be here.
No. Just my bloomin' luck, isn't it?